Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris. You've reached Chris Loves Lux. And today we here to talk about all of this right here. I got it all, y'all. I got it all. I got it all. I got it all. I got it all. We here to talk about the My Dream collection by Natasha Denona. I got it in the mail yesterday. I have some serious thoughts about it. If you want to see how I created this look as well as 3 other eye looks, I think I did 5 eye looks in total. I can't remember, child, but I know 4, 5. Anywho, when you get into it, you'll see we created a lot of different eye looks, and then we get into the cheeks, in the lips and everything. I have some serious thoughts to share with you guys. So if you like the content, you like what you see, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It lets YouTube know you like content like this and continues to push out more. Also, if you're really liking it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you become a part of the Chris Loves Lux family. Let's get into this because we gotta talk. Okay, y'all. So, it'd be nice if I had prepped my eyes first, right? So that's the one thing I didn't do. So, really quick. I've been waiting to get this in the mail. I opted not to express mail it, so I'm just getting it. Yeah, well, I got it yesterday, so let's talk about it. I got the whole collection, but right now we're gonna talk about this, the Natasha Denona My Dream palette. And I watched her quick Instagram post where she talked about the names. I am in love with these names, and I love her explanation. She said each one of these names represent her and either what she believes in spiritually, from a business aspect, whatever it is, or what's important to her. Those are the names within this palette. So I am going to quickly swatch. Y'all know how my swatches be jacked up. But what we're going to do is we're going to start from, what is this, left to right? Your right, my left. From left to right. We're going to go from black is black across. Okay? And I know there has been drama about black is black, right? But, so that's black is black. The next one is aspiration. Then we have serenity. Okay. Carpe diem. Seize the day. That's pretty. It'd have been nice if I had something to wipe. Did I just throw it out? Yes, I did. Next one I love is called Babies, and Natasha Denona mentioned that she has 3 children. That's pretty. Then the next row we have Instinct, and she said that's what she lives by, following her gut. Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. Okay, all right, let's keep going because I'll get caught up. The next one is Thrill. I love these names. Let me do that one again. So this one is a duochrome. I'm like, wait a minute. It keeps shifting. Is it? It is. This one is a duochrome, but it feels like a satin. Not really heavy, thick metallic like the other 2. Because Babies is a metallic. And Serenity seems to be as well, because this one was Serenity, this one is Babies, and this one is Thrill. Okay, let's keep going. The next one is Unity. Oh, Unity is not showing up. Hold on, y'all. Can you see that? Unity might not show up too much, but I'm sure it might show up on my eye, but it's not showing up right there. The next one is Risk. Wow, I'm gonna tell you right now. Look at that. That's a nice, because she says she believes in taking risk. And as a business owner, you do. That's something that's very important. This next one, Invention. That's got a nice orange. That's a dual chrome as well. Now we got to go to the last row. So this next one, which I'm multi-chrome. Okay, let's look. This one is called Vision. Look at that. And it is a multi-chrome. You see the shift? Oh, Jesus. Look at the shift. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous, honey. I'm making a mess on my palette, but it's all good. Edgy is the next one. Cream to powder. A little different from this one here. Spontaneous is next. I'm running out of room. Spontaneous. Look at that. Okay. The next one, Cream Metallic. I'm gonna have to, I got no room. Let's put it here. This is Nurture. That's pretty. And then the last one is Familia. Family is important. Look at that. So these are the shades. Now it's time to work. Let me clean off my arm so we can play with the palette. All right, I've swatched all of these shades. So now it's time for us to actually play. I'm going to use Familia as Familia. I can't, my accents or enunciation can be off. But I am going to use that as my transition shade for this particular look. Oh, wow. You guys know how Natasha's cream matte formula is, right? Creamy matte. And this right here, look at that. That is a great transition shade. If you are my I hope she comes out with this as a single. I know she doesn't really do singles like that anymore, but honey, this right here, it's like the perfect transition shade for my skin tone. Oh my gosh. Yes, it is. And I'm just going to build this up just a little bit. Yeah, this is a really, really good transition shade. Y'all can't even tell me it's not. Look at that. And I'm using my Wayne God 05. This is the edit one, I believe. I am feeling this shade. Okay, let's move on. So I know there's a lot of shades on here, right? For the purposes of this particular look, using my Refra 02 brush, I'm trying to see which one I want to go in. I think I want to go in with the shade Thrill, this shade right here. I don't want to go into any of the other shades yet. I'm going to go into Thrill first. So let's go into Thrill and see what we get. Because Thrill is a duochrome and I want to see, yes. Now I could have put this over one of the other shades and as a base, but I really just wanted to see how this looked on its own first, right? It looks very pretty in person, but you can't really see it on here. It is very flaky though, because it is falling all over the other shades. This is very pretty. And if I pick up another shade like Invention, right? Which is, ooh, really, I suggest you wet it before you, or use your finger, which is really what I should be using, but I'm just gonna go like this and put Invention over it, just over the middle. You can't see anything. I'm gonna have to use my finger. Oh boy. Okay. There we go. Let me get up so y'all can see. You see how, you see all of the flakes all over my, you have to be careful. Wet your brush if you need to. And then I'm gonna go back and Thrill and just put it in the inner corner. I don't know, y'all. This might have to be a topper if you want to really, I'm cleaning this up because it's really chunky, but it's very pretty. If you're looking for something that's non-glitter options, you have on here, but this right here, it's not a bad deal. Not a bad deal at all, in my opinion, right? Because what I can do is go into Aspirations. That's this one right here. Not the Black is Black, but Aspirations, which is the dark brown. And then just give it some dimension here. Yes, give it some dimension. It is very flaky though. Another option, which I'm going to show, and then I'm going to wipe this off and do some more looks, because we're really going to play with this. You know, this is a nice, and it's glitter, y'all. Like, and it's mixed up inside of this shade. Okay, we're going to go in again with the Familiar shade, which has flakes from the shade on top of it, which is Invention, all in it, but that's okay. So just know when you get this palette, it gets messy, but if you are used to like pat shades getting all over the place in her 10 pans, then you can get used to this. Okay, yeah, that's a heck of a nice brown. Some people might call it terracotta, and maybe that's what it will lean on their skin, but to me this is a simple brown shade, right? And I like it, I really do. So when we're looking at this, it's kind of like, okay, where should we go, right? So I use this, we've used this one, we use this one and that one on this eye. So now we're back at this one and kind of wondering, where do I go? I think I want to use Babies, right, for this eye, and then we will go in, take both these eyes off and do 2 other looks. But I think I want to go in with Babies. You know, I want to use all of the I had to be careful, y'all, because it had so chunkiness on it. This is honestly better with your finger. I don't know why I keep messing my brushes up trying to use a brush. This is all over me. It's pretty. I'm gonna take a little Spontaneous which is this shade down here. Put it in the inner corner. See if I open that eye up just a little bit more. Just a little more. Go back in with babies. Then go back in with the brown. That's the aspiration. The black is black. I'm going to save for the next two looks. Whoa. Did I dip it in black by accident? I might have, y'all. I might have dipped it in both of them. But that's all right. We'll work it out. That's pretty. That's a pretty look too. I think I used a little of the black as well when I had dug it in, but that's all right. So this is a different look. I gotta come closer. My camera's further back, y'all, now. So I used Spontaneous and Babies is here, and then a little Black is Black and the brown mixed together right here. So two very different looks. Well, not very different, similar looks. This one's more warm. This is a more cool tone look. So you can get either or from this palette. I want to play with the more saturated looks like Edgy, Instinct. I want to use those. So I'm going to take this off. I know my eyelids are going to scream. Take this off, clean my face, and I'll be back. Okay, I cleaned off the 05 brush. Now we're going, and I clean my eyes. Now I have more primer on. We're going in with Carpe Diem as a transition shade. See how this one works out. It's a little lighter in tone, but still a good shade for transition. Right. Okay. So you're gonna keep building up. Okay, so now as we look through the palette, the question is, what are the shades have we not touched? We haven't used Risk yet, and I just put my finger in that. We haven't used Unity, which I don't think we're going to use right now. Did we use Serenity? I think we did. No, we didn't. Yes, we did. I can't remember. We haven't used Edgy, and we haven't used Vision, which is, look at the shift. Yes, that's the one we're going to use right now. So I am going, using my finger, I am going to look at the shift. Oh, I'm going to put that on. Oh my gosh. She is really making me think of another shade in the Trio Chrome palette, which I'm gonna pull out because I think it's making me think of that shade that we also have in the Liquid Chrome. Yes. Let's see. This one. Infra Nude? Is it this one? Can't believe this is still creamy after all these years. You see that? Now let me put this one next to it. Ah, look at that. Yes, it's very similar. You see that? This doesn't, this one is not, this doesn't shift as much. But there's another one I want us to look at. This Trio Chrome palette. Color Flip. Or is it Scarab? Let's see. Is it this one? Color, nope, it's not that one. Then it's the other one. Nope, that's different. Okay, so these weren't going, but these two. So this chromium liquid is the closest match to Vision. Okay, I just had to do that, y'all, because I had to know whether or not we were dealing with dupes. Okay, but this right here, the shift on this is serious. I love it. I love this shift. I'm gonna come closer. Y'all see it, shift? It's green, then it shifts away. I love it. So let's fill in the corner. I'm going to use Aspiration again because Black is Black is not needed for this particular look. Using my number 18 Wayne Goss, we're gonna go in. This is a really nice shade. Oh, and this Aspiration is really, really pigmented. It's a pigmented brown. It can also come off almost black if you use enough of it. I'm just going to make sure that I blend this out. I want to bring this over some more, just a little more. No extra product, I just want to bring this over some. Blend it into the It's a lot of blending needed for these, because this, if you use too much, there's no turning back, which I did, and now I have to blend a lot to make it really seamless. You know what? We're gonna take a little more Carpe Diem. See if we can blend this out. Yeah, there we go. It's still a little too. It's really pigmented, y'all, as y'all could tell. That's why I'm blending so much. Because I really want no harsh line, and I still see a line in. Okay. There we go. I know y'all probably sitting there like, Chris, come on now. How long is this video going to be with you blending? I'm going to use Carpe Diem again. So that's two great transitions in this palette for me to use. Familiar and Carpe Diem. Now, what I am going to use, I have glitter everywhere, y'all. Anyway, what I am going to use is the shade Risk. That's this shade right here. And then I'm going to use this one as my outer corner. I don't know yet. Let's try a matte look on this side using Unity as my lid shade. That's this shade right here. I know you probably don't. Oh, I picked up way too much, y'all. But that's okay. We're gonna see how this plays out. So that was simple. And I'm just going to use the Carpe Diem. I didn't add any product, I'm just blending it out. And then on the ends here, I am going to go in with Instinct. This is going to look funny, but we're going to see. Or maybe I'll go in with Edgy. Right on the corner, right on the very, very corner. I'm not going to use too much. I didn't even pick up a lot. I just want to see. Yes. We want to see what kind of matte look you can get. I'm just building it up because I don't want to put too much, but I do want to show that you can get a nice matte look that can be everyday from this palette. Actually, you can get a lot of matte looks from this palette. Very soft. This is not soft, but this is very soft matte look. I'm using Edgy, can be used as an outer corner, and I can make it deeper if I wanted to. I like that, just like that. And you can always use, which I'm about to show y'all, take a flat definer brush like so. You can go into Black is Black, right? And then you can use it. Y'all know I don't normally do this, but you can do that as a liner. And that can be your eyeliner. And you can make it thicker. If you wanted, I don't do wings, y'all, but we can try. And y'all can just use the black is black and create that sort of liner effect just like that. And then throw on your lashes or your mascara and keep it moving. This is all matte. All right, so those are 4 looks so far. I am going to do one look that matches both eyes, because this one, actually, do I want to do that, or do I just want to keep going? Actually, I think I'm good, because at first I was like, but I think what I am going to do just to match this eye is to also use the black is black on this eye. Okay. All right. So now let me do my foundation and stuff, and I'll be back. All right, y'all. So I'm back. I have my foundation on, my concealer, bronzer. For the purposes of the bronzer, I'm using the NARS Laguna 04. Okay, so let's talk cheek palette. We have a cream blush here. Then we have a cream highlighter or cream base, and then we have the glow powder, right? So we're going to go in that order. We're going to do the what do you call it? I can't even get my words out, y'all. We're going to do the cream blush first. I am going to use my Sephora 96 blush brush, because I don't want to use any of my other brushes that are natural hair. So we're going to pick up a lot. All right, so let's go ahead and put this on. I'm just going to do one side so you can see what we're working with. See what this color gives us. A nice, very, I'm going to say, there we go. Now we can you see it? A little pinkish color. Very, I'm going to say, very pink, cool pink, right? It's not a warm pink at all, in my opinion. It goes with my eye look, but Is it something I would pull for every day? I'm going to say no. Let's do the other side. I mean, it gives a nice little subtle pink to me. If you're deeper than me, though, this may not work. It'd have been nice if she had a light and a dark like she did for that I forgot what the name of that palette was, where she had the five eyeshadow shades. Let me see what the name of it is. The Glam Face palette. She had a light and a dark. So you got a dark, this is the dark version. So my blush is for a deeper skin tone, right? It'd have been nice if she did something similar. I mean, for me, I can see it. It's fine. But again, somebody darker than me, how can they enjoy this? You know, let me know down in the comments if you are darker than me and you bought this and it actually is working for you. Because I don't know. I used a lot, and this is a cream just to get this, right? Just saying. All right, so I use this. Now it's time for us just to go in with the cream highlighter. So I'm going to use my Sephora 98, and I'm going to go in with the cream first, right? Just, I'm going to put it here. The idea is that you put this down first, right? This is my thoughts, right? It's how I use other cream bases. It's literally a base. And then, just clean it off. Go in. Yep. Whoa. That's like stark though. That's like way too much. Okay, don't be heavy-handed like me. Be better than me. Right? Because that's a hell of a shine though. Hell of a shine. It's giving coolness on my cheeks because you don't have to use the base. Like I didn't use it on my nose. But it's giving cool tones for someone my shade. Okay? All right, so what I need to do before we start the lip, let me finish my eyes and I'll be back. Okay, y'all, I'm back. And what I did with my lower lash line is I used the Black is Black eyeshadow and colored in my under eye, and it's like having an eyeliner on. That's all I'm going to tell you. Because if you recall, I used it with my flat definer. This brush here, everyone should have one in their collection. I just dipped it and put it on the top. Created a very small wing because y'all know I don't do wings like that. And then the Black is Black using my BK Beauty 03 and the lower lash line. Brought the whole thing together. I'm liking that Black is Black. Is better than the one in that Xenon little 5. Anyway, I'm not even gonna get into that. Let's just go ahead, and now we have the lip products and then the look is done. So I got in this kit was NP1 Natasha is the lip liner. I'm hoping that you can actually see it on me. You have to be careful. It looks like it's gonna be a mauve color. Let's see here. I was right. This is the shade. It's not gonna work on me, but we gonna see. Yeah, it's giving ashy. Again, this is something she needed to have. I'm really mad. And I knew better. Who using that? Let me just sit this right here for a minute. Natasha, come on, boo. So you mean to tell me you couldn't come out with a dark version for this one? Really? I'm gonna leave it on because maybe it'll do something magical once I put the Natasha. This is 11 NB neutral brown, right? Let's see. Love the packaging though. This packaging is everything. Look at that. I love it. Very cute. So here's the shade. Now I'm gonna put that right next to All right, let's just put the shade on. Let's see what we're doing. This is the lipstick that it came with. This is the gloss. So what I'm going to do is put the gloss right next to the lipstick. So the gloss, I'm going to put it right over the lipstick, y'all, because really, does it really make a difference at this point? No. Because it's all light. Ashy as hell. What I'm supposed to do with this? Not with this liner, right? And I don't know if she takes, because I bought it directly from Natasha Denona website. I don't know if she take returns, but we about to see, because I'm not doing this. No, just use something darker. Honestly, just something. So I have Deep Void by Pat McGrath. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to fix this up here. Deep Void is actually, it's got a little purple in it. It's not really brown, and brown was really what I wanted. Yeah, this is clashing, but it doesn't even matter. I just need to this is better than me trying to make that work. That liner is not going to do anything for anybody that is lighter than the light. So this is better. So I can still use this and I can still use this. I just need a deeper liner. I think that she missed the mark when it came to not giving two versions of certain things, right? But this will work for the purposes of this look. So so let's just get into everything, because I have thoughts. I really like this palette. I think it's versatile. I think that there's enough mattes in here to get matte looks that are everyday. I think the shimmers, while they are chunky, I'm used to dealing with them. The palette is really messy, you guys. I tried to clean it up as much as I could. I definitely like it. I think it's very much worth the $65, I think it is, dollars if you get it alone, especially considering how great that black performs in this brown. You can use this with even other palettes because it is really, really deep. I even liked Edgy, which is what I have in the outer corner of this eye look, that you can really get different looks with this palette. I really enjoy this palette. I do like it. When you first look at it, I will say this, you think that you can get this in other palettes, right? The Natasha Denona palettes. I would say Edgy was what we needed in that Love palette, right? This kind of look, I think instead of in the Love palette, let me just take it out. Okay, it's somewhere. Here we go. In that Love palette, Commitment, that shade right here, yeah, we needed Edgy, right? We needed an Edgy. In the Bronze palette, where we went Deep Dive, right? I think we needed something like an Edgy, but that's just me. I really like that shade, and I honestly, I didn't play with Instinct like that, you know, it on camera. I don't think I did I? You know, but I can't even remember the looks I did, y'all. But either way, I'm not disappointed with any of the shades that I tried in this palette. Highly recommend this palette. Now, when we get into the My Dream Cheek Trio, the packaging in all of this is awesome. This is raised, you know, so it gives a nice feeling. She took her time in creating the actual package, which I can appreciate. However, this right here needed a part 2. It needed a light and a dark, right? At least 2, maybe even 3, but I would be okay with 2. Could we have gotten this for those that are on the lighter end of the shades, and then a deeper one for those in the deep? I just would have preferred that, because this is barely showing up on my skin and it's cool toned, right? So it's giving something. It's okay, right? I could use it, but I have literally 80 blushes, so am I gonna pull for this? No. And I like the other Natasha Denona I Need a Nude Glow better than I like this one, or even this cream base. So I don't see myself using this. I'll keep it for reference, but honestly, excuse me, you can skip that, right? You can, if you haven't gotten it already, skip it, right? I would say get a regular blush, but get the highlighter and the I Need a Nude, right? Because this right here, it's just all right. Now, if you were tan or darker, this Natasha NB 80, no, NB3, no, NB1, NP1, I'm saying it all wrong. Oh, this is the wrong one, that's why. This one, sorry y'all. So with this, I would say it's a hard pass for you guys. Don't get that, because it's not going to show up. You see how ashy it looked on me. Then the shade Natasha in the, what is this called again? In the My Dream lipstick. This is a nice shade, but it has to be paired for those that are darker, tan or darker. It has to be a brown or purple or some type of pencil. So I use Deep Void by Pat McGrath, and then I got this, right? So I'm saying it can work, but it has to be with a better liner than this, and you damn sure can't wear it by itself. At least in my opinion, you can't. This is a great, it feels great lip gloss. I don't have any other Natasha lip glosses. I think for the purposes of a lip gloss, you don't have to have a liner, because it's very sheer. It's not very pigmented. I don't think you have to worry about it, but it does make your lips feel good. So that's my very long review of the Natasha Denona My Dream collection. Let me know down in the comments if you've purchased it. What are your thoughts? If you are thinking about it after seeing this, what are you deciding to get? Again, I do recommend the My Dream palette. I do like it. I think that is something that you can make a lot of wearable looks out of. I am loving that brown and that black in that color edgy. I'm really liking those shades. I don't think you need the cheek trio. You don't really need these lip products either, but if you're going to, and you're gonna get these, then definitely if you're gonna get the lipstick, you're gonna need a dark liner. Anyway, let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to thumbs up the video if you enjoyed the content. Subscribe to the channel if you like what you're seeing. And the most important thing is to stay safe, stay healthy, stay tuned. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Bye guys.